Ray and I made it to Denali National Park. In this vlog, we are currently exploring Alaska and just made it to Denali, where we will be spending 2 full days exploring the incredible park and surrounding area. The train arrived at the depot. The hotel we're staying at, Denali Bluffs, had a shuttle waiting for us, took us back. The visitor center is still closed due to COVID, but that's okay. We already had a plan of action. We've got our bug spray. Well, we do have bug spray, but Ray's got his bear spray ready to go because we're doing a hike today called Mount Healy. It's 2.7 miles up, 2.7 miles down. It's labeled as strenuous, but it's 1,700, I think, elevation gain, so we'll see. Should have some really good views. But yeah, the other bear deterrent they said is just to make noise, so Ray and I are going to be forced to talk the whole hike, so sorry, Ray. But yeah, and then tomorrow we have a bus tour, but for now, let's see the top of Mount Healy.
So this plant is known as fireweed, and I read a sign that I guess as summer progresses, the flowers bloom up, and so by the end of summer, you know it's the end of summer because the top flowers are starting to bloom. So kind of cool to be able to tell time just with a plant.
Bug! Get away from there. A bug was after my camera. Trying to decide if that is the top of Mount Healy or not. Reminder to always turn around on occasion when you're hiking. Look at that view. First animal sighting in Denali. Oh my gosh, she's actually very cute, Ray. How come you're so cute and not afraid of me?
See, something was laying here at one point.
What? Bear sleeping bag? The mosquitoes are starting to come after me.
100 to eat. Well,
I have it from a South America trip, so I don't want to put it directly on my skin. It is up there. We see people. We're very sweaty. Got like half a mile left, I think. We made it! Celebrating with some peach candy.
Hear the drone.
Oh, I don't think he likes the drone.
No, probably thinks it's just a bird.
Well, that hike was pretty epic. The view was amazing. Definitely worth the steep grade to get to the top, especially in that last mile. Ray and I are on our way down, probably gone the steepest, we're past the steepest point, mellowing out now. And then we're gonna catch the bus back to the hotel. So I will see you at the hotel. Oh man, if I wanted to do a tour, I can't anymore. It's too messy. Views outside our place in Denali. Yeah. Oh, the sun is coming down, so the views are all different. So you're just where? As mentioned earlier, Ray and I are staying at the Denali Bluffs. It is located basically just outside the visitor center, along with a couple other hotels, and there's a smaller downtown, and a lot of the hotels have shuttles that take you between the three, like the hotels, the downtown, and then the national park. So we've already been able to take advantage of that a lot. Essentially, it's just the perfect location for us. It's been really easy, and the views from the place are gorgeous as well. Now when it comes to the actual park, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of restrictions right now from COVID, so essentially our plans were to do the one hike from the visitor center, which was the Mount Healy hike that we did today. And I did want to point out that there actually aren't a ton of structured hikes in Denali. It's there is a lot of just open wilderness land. So I know another popular thing to do in the area is hire a guide and just go on a wilderness hike, which I think is actually pretty cool too, but not this time. With our free day tomorrow, we decided to really get to know Denali, and we are doing a bus tour. And since it starts so early, we better get to bed. Here you go. Thank you.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. Having a protein bar. I'm gonna walk over to the hotel lobby where they'll pick us up for our big tour.
Ray also remembered that we have binoculars at the last minute. I had thrown them into our suitcases, so I'm really glad he remembered, because this is the perfect chance to use them. So hopefully we see some animals and can pull them out.
Okay, I hope this doesn't bother people, the engine running, but I'll open the door here and hopefully we will get some air circulation in here and you won't get too stuffy.
Our tour of Denali National Park took place mostly inside of our tour bus, with a few scheduled stops scattered in. Our guide spent most of her time giving us history lessons on the park itself, the conservation efforts that are in place, the early explorers, and legends of the first people to climb to the top of Mount Denali.
Can everybody see? He's gonna keep moving up, so keep looking.
She also prioritized finding any and all wildlife for us. On our trip, we saw plenty of birds, moose, caribou. They are caribou when wild, reindeer when not wild, by the way.
You see that little twitch of the foot? That's your bugs bothering them. So I anticipate this guy is going to be coming up on the road. Oh, his buddy's coming. Okay, careful. Shh. Look at the shovel. Whoa.
And even a mama grizzly bear off in the distance.
Let's get up a little higher. Yeah, good goal. I'm going to get past this bus.
I didn't get a great video of the grizzly, but we saw her running with her cub, which our guide said probably means it is a single cub. Often the moms will play more with single cubs as they are learning to be adults. Even with the few epic stops we made, I was originally surprised that most of our tour was going to be spent inside of the tour van, but I quickly realized why that was necessary. Our tour was 8+ hours long, and we only made it part of the way into the park. Denali National Park, originally named Mount McKinley National Park, encompasses 6 million acres of wild land. 6 million acres. To put that in perspective, Yellowstone National Park, another park that I consider to be giant, is only 2.2 million acres. 6 million acres is a lot of ground to cover, and to be honest, the lack of cars and limited permits allowed in the park just make it seem more wild. Seeing the endless expanses of land, valleys, glaciers, and mountains was just incredible. Something that is just really hard to wrap your mind around, even as you are there, in person, staring directly at it. This tour is 100% a must-do if you make a trip to Denali. You won't regret it. So, Ray and I got done with the bus tour today, the 8-hour bus tour. We are currently walking along this bike path, which runs past the downtown area to the national park itself, and it happens to be right in front of our hotel. So we're really excited. And hold on, there's people and I'm embarrassed, so let's walk a little bit and continue. Train. Okay, sorry. I'm still getting used to filming again. So I get embarrassed when there's too many people around or it's really quiet. But Ray and I are walking by to get a picture of the sign and look at the views because this bike path is also very, very scenic. And then we'll explore the downtown area. And then finally, we have a reservation at, oh crap, what's it called, Ray? He knew I was gonna forget. What is it?
It's Moose AKA.
Moose AKA, which we heard had really good food, and it's Ethiopian food.
It is Serbian.
It is Serbian.
But specializing in Eastern European cuisine.
Okay, Ray said it. But we're really excited, and that reservation's at 8:15 because tomorrow morning we head to Talkeetna, where hopefully we will finally get some views of Denali itself. For now, let's go see this river, man. If I remember correctly, I think this bike path is like 3 miles from the visitor center to at least our hotel, because I remember I wasn't sure if we were going to make the last shuttle after our hike yesterday, and so I had looked into walking this. So now that I'm here though, it's so easy and it's also super scenic, so it would have been perfectly fine. The walk here was so fast. Well, it started raining pretty heavily, and it's
6 o'clock.
so we still have 2 hours till our reservation. And we noticed that this one place had homemade fireweed and honey ice cream. Fireweed, the stuff that Ray told us a story about earlier today. So we had to try it.
How was it?
It's pretty sweet. Like rooty, planty too though. Yeah, Ray, you need to try this. It's really good. What do you think? Sweet, yes. But what else?
I can definitely taste the honey, too. But yeah, I don't know. It is a tricky one.
Cloudy on our last day. Good morning.
Coffee time.
Well, it's drizzling, but you know what? It was supposed to be drizzling the entire time we were in Denali, so I will take it because drizzling only really on the final morning, totally doable. But yes, as Ray said, we're gonna go get some coffee from the shop down there. Black Bear Coffee. Ray and I are back in the park. We just dropped off nothing. Ray and I are back at the park. Oh, hair! Ray and I are back in the park. So I'm using my GoPro, so the sound and video might be a little different. But after going to the coffee place this morning in the rain, we hung out in our room for a little bit and then went ahead and took a shuttle to the park in the hopes that it would stop pouring down rain, and it has. So we got a sticker from the store, checked in to our train because the wait was so long in Fairbanks. So now we've done that, even though our train isn't for a couple hours. And we are going to still do Horseshoe Lakes, which is the other trail we wanted to do at the visitor center. And I think I mentioned this already, but I did want to point it out again. If you are coming to Denali, there are a couple hikes, the majority of the hikes that you'll probably want to do from the visitor center. And if you want to go further into the park, there's a lottery, which is actually, we learned all the history about it. It's awesome. Like, Alaska and the National Park Service is doing a great job limiting the number of people that enter the park to keep it preserved and feel wild, I guess. So you have to enter a lottery if you want to go do anything by yourself. But we saw very few cars with that. The majority of the cases are always, the majority of the people are there via tours or shuttle buses. So, which are also limited. So definitely book in advance, but totally worth it. We've loved this place. Now hopefully we'll see some more animals on this hike. There's a chance that we will see beavers and moose on this trail, and I'm conflicted because I want to be quiet for the beavers, but I want to be loud for the moose because I don't want to surprise a moose because they can be aggressive. Oh, this is pretty. This is a picture spot, please, Ray. Wow, what a trail. Woohoo! Chilly. Oh, this is a clever idea. These railings. Beavery. Oh, cool. Do you think it was actually done by the beaver or they just made it look like it? So it doesn't seem like we're gonna get lucky enough to see either moose or beavers, but seeing this little dam that they have along the trail was really cool. And on this side of the trail, you could see the different stages of the beavers taking down the trees, which I thought was really cool. This trail, it's 2 miles-ish, I think, super flat. It is high value, and I also like that it's completely different views than the hike we did a couple of days ago. Well, let's keep continuing. It's 10:45, so we have an hour and 15 minutes until the train arrives. But this is totally worth it. I'm so glad that the rain stopped and we got to fit this in. Okay.
I don't know. How do you turn that off?